Hi, my name's Mirusha and I want to take you through my audio editing software. So before I begin, I want to discuss and explain to you my user interface. So as you can see, I've used three consistent colors throughout the whole of the software, so gold, black and grey. The reason why I've chose those three colors is I want to make sure my audio editing software is consistent with the house style, and also just to make it look more prettier, I've added a little title. So MJ are my initials and audio editor is the software. And I've also made sure that the font is the same throughout the whole of the software. So I've used Times New Roman as the font. So let's begin with the functionality features. As you can see, I have Audio 1 and Audio 2. These buttons increment audios from a file into these channels. So if I click Audio 1, and Audio 2, as you can see, both the audios are placed inside the panels. And as an extra feature, I've incremented a file location so you can see where the file is from. Play, pause, resume and stop do work. So the play should play the audio, pause should pause, and resume should carry on playing from where it's been paused, and stop should completely stop the audio and play again if the user clicks play. So if I click play, for example, as you can see, these features do work effectively. Same applies for Audio 2, and the reason why I've chosen a recording is because it's been applied later on in the features. So play, pause, resume, stop should do the same thing as it does for the first one. So play.
Risha's got me talking on the voice notes for her assignment.
So as you can see, both these work effectively. If I go back to my code and I look at the command window and it says 44100, 44100, as they are the same sampling rate for Audio 1 and Audio 2. So for cut selection to work, I had to make sure that Audio 1 and Audio 2 are the same sample rate. So I'm able to increment a selection of the sound into here. So if I do 2 and 6 and 2 and 10, what cut selection does is it takes a selection from 2 to 6 and then from 2 to 10, and it annotates, so the voice annotates the audio so it's played at the same time. So if I click cut, this appears in the panel, and if I click play, pause, resume, stop, it should still do the same as what it does for the previous. So if I click play,
Her assignment, so I'm just gonna talk.
as you can see, this works. However, the recording 1 is quite louder than recording 2, as it's a recorded file that I recorded on my phone, so it wasn't as loud. However, this function does work effectively, and the user also has the ability to save the new audio. So for example, if I do cut selected 1, for example, and I click save, if I go back to the folder, you can see it's here. So this means that the save button does work effectively. As an extra feature, I've added join audio files. So what this does is Audio 1 and Audio 2 is incremented in this channel. However, they play one after the other. So it's very much like cut selection, but this plays one after the other rather than annotation. So if I click join, you can see both Audio 1 and Audio 2 is joined in this channel. Play, pause, resume, stop does continue working effectively. So if I click play,
Risha's got me talking on the voice note.
so as you can see, they both play one after the other. Merge audio files is basically cut selection. However, I've not implemented seconds. So I've just allowed the user to have the ability to merge this and this into this channel, so they both annotate. So if I click merge, it merges in one channel, and play, pause, resume, stop continues. So if I click play, both the audios play at the same time. So as you can see, this works effectively as well, and I've got a save button in there. So if I click save, the user's able to save it. So merge, for example, go back to the folder, and you can see merge. Change speed, that's an additional feature I've added into my design. So if I click on audio 1, for example, and I click slow, then I click apply and play, it should play audio 1 slowly. So how I've incremented this is I've made sure that the slow button is divided by 2. So the speed is divided by 2. The default is the same speed, so the same speed of both the audios, and the fast is incremented by multiplying 2 to the current speed. So if I click audio 1 and slow, apply, play, as you can see, this slows down the audio. If I click default, apply, play, as you can see, that's default. And audio fast, so as you can see, these features work effectively, and I can also save as well. So for example, I can do audio 1, was that fast? So fast. This also applies for slow as well. The user can save. So I'll do that for audio 2 to give you an example. As you can see, audio fast is there. So if I do audio 2 fast,
Risha's got me talking on the voice note for her assignment. So just talk repetitively so she can get that A star.
so that works. And then slow, so as you can see, the features work for both the audios. So I can save this one as audio 2 slow. So as you can see, it's been updated into my file. So you can see audio 1 fast and audio 2 slow. Another extra feature I've implemented is reverse audio files. So what this does is, I've also got a default and a reverse. So in order to do this, I used a flip up statement feature. So I was able to use that function to reverse the audios. So how this is done is, if I click audio 1, for example, default, it should play the same way as it plays in audio 1. As you can see, these 4 buttons work, and if I do that for the reverse, and I save, this also allows the user to save. And I do the same for audio 2.
Risha's got me talking on the
Let me try reverse. So as you can see, all my features are working effectively. As future improvements, I would like to make sure my buttons are images and have an audio recorder in there possibly, or a volume control. So that's about it. Thank you so much for listening.